BioStat Prime, the interface, importing from Excel, and reshaping. So, by the way, what is reshaping? As you can see on your left side here, we can see that this format is something called wide format. So, let us examine this sheet. This is in Google Sheets. As you can see, it's a very familiar background, isn't it? So, student ID means each student, how much the person scored in three different subjects like maths, science, and history. You can see the marks for each student. So each row represent each student and each column represent the groups, the different subjects. So this one is something called wide format, which is super easy to comprehend, isn't it? Usually people working with Excel or softwares like GraphPad Prism work with this wide format, very convenient format. But that is not the case with specialized statistical softwares for like SPSS or SAS or the Stata, or R or Python. All these software works with the so-called long format, you know, and this BioStat Prime is no exception. It also works with the long format. So long format is more longitudinal arrangement of the data, not really the wide arrangement. So basically these two spreadsheet convey exactly same information. In the case of long, here, for each student, you are getting for the math how much the person scored. That's it. One line is a lot more simpler now, and the same person, how much the person scored in science is shown in the score. So for history, how much the person scored. Then comes the second student, third student, like that. So each row, there is no confusing multiple columns, just one main column, the numerical column in the case of long format. So you need to get this long format. Probably this is the first ever step that you will be doing in BioStat Prime when you open the software. So how do you do this in the Prime? So I will just show you, I'll just end this slideshow and I will take you to the Prime software. Okay, so let me take you to the Prime. When you open the Prime, this is what the window shows. As I explained to you, on the left side is our the data, the data set. You can manually enter or you can import from Excel or any other software that you work with like R or SAS or SPSS. And on the right side is output. So after performing some statistical operation, you're going to get the results on your right side. Okay, so I'm right now in data set tab. So you can click onto the file tab onto the left side. That is the first step you should do. Then you can open a open a the file. For example, if you have somewhere saved in your computer some Excel sheet, you can open it. So just click open or Control O to open. So here in my computer there is a one Excel sheet called independent t-test data. It is saved in comma separated value CSV format. Well, you can just have a look at this drop down. All these formats are supported in this work inside the Prism. So I'm just opening this t-test. So just click, you don't have to change anything, just import it, the first step. So now that we have something populated in our data set, you can see that placebo and drug, the concentration response of placebo, that is our negative control, versus the drug. Okay, so here on the top, in the bottom left side, you can see data, and then there is another tab, variable. So if you have a look at this variable, if you click onto it, you will see placebo is a numeric variable and the type is double, the measure is scale. Well, the drug is also a numeric variable. Well, in case you want to convert anything, you can just right click onto it and make into a factor level. So basically factor means grouping variable in R, right? That is what, don't get confused. Well, now we have got this data. I'll explain all this later on, right? So first we have this data with two columns, placebo and drug. So we have got two groups, placebo and drug. Well, This one is in wide format. We don't want this wide format. We want to convert this into the long format. So how will you convert it? This is our first step. To convert wide into the long, just go to the data set. Then right next to our merge, there is reshape option. So reshape is a command used in R for this function. So just click onto this drop down from this reshape. You want to convert wide to the long or long to the wide? That is the question. Well, in this case, we want to convert wide to the long. So longer, this is what we want. Click onto this longer, right? And then first option here is to save result into the new data set or override the existing data set. Let's override. We don't really need to save into the new one, right? And then in this one, we have to populate with the variable. So you can just click multiple thing. You can select by holding your control button on your keyboard. So click, not control, sorry, shift. Okay, control also you can use, but you need to choose multiple, all these things. So if you're choosing shift, first to last, everything will be selected, isn't it? That's very common keyboard shortcut. So I click control or shift, whatever, and then I choose, then I click here this arrow mark to add that into the first option. Select the variables to reshape into one or more variable. Now we have got both these variable we want to reshape. So you want to put the variable name for the factor and also for the value of the count. So let factor be treatments and our the value of these factors be concentrations. Okay, so we have concentration and treatments, right? Now once everything is ready, all this, well, you can also have a look at this your advanced menu, scroll down in case you want to change the advanced. So this is how to perform any analysis in this BioStat Prime software. Okay, all right, so now to run this, right, once you're happy with all this analysis, the parameters, and to run this analysis you need to click on this play button. So you click onto this play button, then this will automatically be converted into the long format. So this is actually pretty simple to convert wide to the long inside this software of BioStat Prime. So well, now you can have a look at this long format. This is not sorted, isn't it? Placebo, then drug, placebo, drug, placebo. Well, let us sort it. How will you sort it? Again, just on the right of your reshape, you can see sampling and then sort. So there is a drop down menu on the sort. Click onto the sort. Then what to sort? The concentration? No, concentration is number. We don't really need to sort that number. We need to sort the treatments. Okay, so based on that raw treatment, it need to be sorted. So let us click onto this arrow to add into our sort option. So we want to sort based on the treatments. And do you want it ascending order or descending orders? Well, ascending is perfectly fine, isn't it? So now I will click again the run option here. So the moment I click run, so it will be sorted. See, drug and placebo, So this is actually very, very simple. Well, you can also remove this, values without any, those rows without any values in it. So well, that you can do inside the variable, and missing value, remove this missing value. Well, you can use it. I'll show you how to remove this missing value. Missing value of the concentration is what we want to remove it, right? And also you can use treatment, no problem, and override the existing. I click here run. So well, that is now removed. So well, removing the missing value is not needed. Most of the statistical tests as well as the graphing can do it inside this software. Missing value is absolutely no problem. But in case you're interested to remove those missing value, well, that you can do inside your variable section, right? So yeah, well, I think this is like the first video of this BioStat Prime software, especially on reshaping and how to remove the missing values. I hope you find this video useful, and keep watching. There are multiple videos to come. Thank you.